Hi, my name's Brianna McAdoo, and this is my critical assignment for Kin 505, and this is going over ethical leadership. So first I want to talk about career. So my career choice is to open a gym that is focused on mothers, so a mother fitness facility. This will be geared toward expecting mothers and new mothers. Instruction and training will be provided for mothers and their infants. This will include classes that incorporate both mothers and their newborn babies, and then also a children's fitness area. So mothers would have supervision for their children so that they can work out. And the supervised area for children will also include fitness classes and instruction for them. So, fitness and facility ownership. So researchers Kluge, Lecomte, and Rommel, 2014, had an article called Fit and Fabulous, and this examined how to encourage assisted living residents to initiate and continue exercise within a gym. So, developed process and benefits to their regular routine of working out were collected through observation and interviews with them. The residents began to prioritize gym time, and they felt a sense of pride and accomplishment because of this new routine. They called themselves exercisers and developed a sense of belonging and created friendships among the other residents. And when they were provided space, equipment, training, and support, their quality of life and satisfaction were enhanced. So this is great, of course, but I say, why wait on that? That is the purpose for my career choice, is to begin all of these benefits as an infant. And so mothers and infants working out together to get all of these benefits started on early in life. So by Halley and Thompson, and this was in 2014, obesity was already at an all-time high in our country, and evidence showed that over 68% of American adults fell into the classification of either overweight or obese. So those were high numbers in 2014, and it was on the rise then. According to the Move Your Mood study 2016, physical activity can bring about life-changing transformation by improving the state of mind and being. That's by Fredine 2016. So this all is just supporting evidence for my career choice. So being a leader within the type of career that I've just explained, Murray and Mann 2006 describes how to be an effective leader. So they say an effective leader needs to delegate and nurture, empower, relate to people, to all the people of the organization, encourage others, pursue learning opportunities for all members of the organization, build teamwork, and most of all, have fun. So for leadership style, I believe that being a servant leader, employing servant leadership within the organization that I described in previous slides would be the most effective and what would be important and needed within a gym setting that focuses on mothers and children. So Greenleaf 1977 describes servant leadership as placing interests, needs, and aspirations of others before their own. Be attentive, show concern, nurture, emphasize the needs of your clients, and then the primary objective is first to serve, then to lead. And that's from our text by Borland et al. 2015. So primarily first to serve, then to lead, so people first. So characteristics of a certain leader, this is again by our text from Borland et al. 2015. A servant leader needs to focus on listening, being empathetic, healing, being aware, conceptualization, stewardship, commitment, and building community. So some leadership strategies that go along with being a servant leader. In my mind, these are the most important strategies to be effective as a servant leader. So always employ the attitude of people first. Attentiveness, just being continuously alert and aware of how your clients are feeling. Watch for correct form. Do everything you can to prevent injury and make sure they're being safe, especially working with women who are pregnant because there's just more risk there. Show concern and be genuine about showing your concern. Nurture clients like they will nurture their own babies. So we need to take care of them and show that we care just like they're going to do with their babies and their children. Have clients stress their needs to you and make serving clients your top priority. So enhancing team engagement within an organization. The number one thing that I think is important is communication. Communication is key. And defined by Thill and Bove, 2007, communication is the process of transferring information from a sender to a receiver. So that sounds really simple, but it's not simple for a lot of people, and lack of communication often leads to some really bad situations. So a couple different ways to be a servant leader and how to address being a leader within your organization. First, I chose participative leadership. Duart 2010 explains this as having potential for shared understanding and suggests that a speaker or leader find a similar frequency as their audience, who would be clients in this situation. So an example that I thought of would be instructing a child versus an adult. So within the organization that I would have, you're not going to instruct one of the children the same way you would instruct or train one of your adult clients, especially a pregnant adult client. And the other leadership skill or strategy is level 5 leadership. And so Collins 2001 describes this as fearlessness when committed to your course of action. You're modest and humble, but also fearless and willful. You're willing to ask questions and engage in dialogue, create an environment in which everyone has the opportunity to be heard, and address mistakes without blame. This type of leadership within an organization will increase the morale and empowerment and make your employees want to be successful and improve. So a potential ethical issue that could happen within my organization could be racial profiling. And I found an article by Kate Feldman in the New York Daily News that was a racial profiling incident. And so again, the biggest issue here was communication. In this situation, two men came into the gym. They were black men. One was a member, one was on a visitor's pass. The member scanned his card. The visitor paid his visitor fee to work out that day. However, there was lack of communication between employee and employer, and at the end of it, there was confrontation. The police ended up coming, and what it boiled down to was lack of communication between the employer and employee. But since they didn't really know what was going on for sure, the men felt as though they were being racially profiled against. So again, going back to servant leadership in this situation, attentiveness, awareness could have helped this situation, just knowing what's going on, paying attention, communication, and then being empathetic. The employee that confronted them didn't have to do so in the way that she did. She could have been more empathetic and put herself in their shoes in that situation. And some more ways is be proactive, set a good servant leader example for your employees, and you can hold trainings often as just as little reminders of what to do, what not to do, the different strategies that need to be always happening within your organization. And then an article by Shelley Frost that was in the Small Business Chronicle shared that racism in the workplace breeds an environment of discrimination, distrust, friction, and potentially violence or legal action. So another potential issue that could happen would be the children. So the children's fitness area. This is scary because you are dealing with children. And so this could be an ethical issue if someone was just, it's more an issue of neglect, but it could be ethical because they're just not doing their job right. And ethically, it could just lead to some difficult situations within the Children's Fitness Center of the organization. So according to the Center for Injury Research and Policy at Nationwide Children's Hospital, more than 60,000 students are hurt each year all across the country during gym class activities. So in February 2015, a girl dropped a barbell on her head during an overhead press. And the ethical issue here was that students were not properly instructed on how to spot the other lifters, and also the teacher was not actively monitoring the students. So within my organization, I could just be sure to instruct all employees on proper forms, safety measures and precautions, supervision, have certified trainers and some specialized specifically in pregnancy fitness, certified in CPR and AED, and just consistently teaching and coaching our clients on safety within the facility. And again, always employ being empathetic. So treat our clients and children as if they were our own. I feel like that could avoid a lot of issues. And then my favorite part is faith integration. So I wanted to share Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. So I feel like within this facility, we can start our children and even our babies out to, first of all, be physically fit and show them that that's such an important part of our life, and they are much more likely to carry that with them into their adulthood. And also, by taking care of them and showing them that we care, we're there to help, they will hopefully adopt those traits as well and treat others the same way. And then another one is 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price, so glorify God in your body. So this relates also in that we need to take care of ourselves. Fitness should be an important part of our life, nutrition, and also as far as ethics, taking care of our bodies, taking care of ourselves, but also taking care of other people. If we can love ourselves and take care of ourselves, then we're much more likely to treat others in the same way. And then here are my references for what was cited in the presentation. And then finally, I just want to say thank you for your instruction and guidance and wisdom within this course. I've really, really enjoyed it, and I hope your session was as great as mine. Thank you.